More and more people are paying attention to this from a security perspective. I think initially what started off as mostly driven by innovation, mostly driven by the business in many respects, is finding new ways of addressing new challenges in markets and so on. They've been going out there and implementing solutions in the blockchain, prototyping, piloting, developing POCs and various solutions like that. And more now, security has become much more relevant because we're now going into a path to production. So we're actually now talking about implementing, putting things into production, rolling these things out, and putting them out there. And they absolutely need to be more secure than I would say traditional IT systems, because the things that we're protecting, the keys and the tokens and so on, are actually the assets that we're protecting. And hence the reason why security is even more critical in that space. So the whole security lifecycle is critical. Everything from development and through to implementation and through to testing it, and also throughout the lifecycle management of any of the solutions that you implement need to be part of the security considerations that you're putting into it. The other aspect of it that is being sort of explored these days is really around how do you take blockchain and use it as a mechanism for delivering security, which is actually slightly different. So the first one is really around implementing solutions securely, using the technologies and the techniques that we know as security practitioners. But then how do you actually implement new things using blockchain as a delivery mechanism for security solutions? And there are a number of very interesting solutions out there that people are working on, especially in the identity space, identity management space, and also using it for a number of other things as well. There are certain things that you cannot do with the traditional technology, and this technology is distributed in nature, much like the internet did to traditional X25 networks and other types of solutions that were previously out there. It changed everything. Blockchain is a similar paradigm that will change a lot of different delivery mechanisms for some of these solutions as well, so that are out there. Where you have centralized trust models today, that can change or that can be impacted by this technology, because now you're talking about distributing that trust amongst a number of different participants, and that's very different actually. It's a voyage of discovery for everyone. That's the first thing I want to say, I think, out there. Everybody's learning, including people that have been in it for a long time. And there's a lot of things that we don't know, so we're discovering it as we're going along. I think the first thing that I would say is get introduced, start working in it, get involved, learn more about it, and then start looking at how you can adapt the solutions, sort of advise perhaps on how to make some of these solutions more secure, get involved very early on in the process. Don't wait until the business has gone out and deployed it. I think that's a very important part of it, a part of the journey as well. So being involved early on.